Cleveland Guardians pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz have been indicted on charges they took bribes from sports bettors to throw certain types of pitches, including tossing balls in the dirt instead of strikes, to ensure successful bets. According to the indictment unsealed Sunday in federal court in Brooklyn, the highly paid hurlers took several $1,000s in payoffs to help two unnamed gamblers from their native Dominican Republic win at least $460,000 on in-game prop bets on the speed and outcome of certain pitches. Clase, the Guardians, former closer, and Ortiz, a starter, have been on non-disciplinary paid leave since July, when MLB started investigating what it said was unusually high in-game betting activity when they pitched. Some of the games in question were in April, May and June. Ortiz, 26, was arrested Sunday by the FBI at Boston Logan International Airport. He is expected to appear in federal court in Boston on Monday. Clase, 27, was not in custody, officials said. Ortiz and Clase betrayed America's pastime, U.S. Attorney Joseph Nocella Jr. said. Integrity, honesty and fair play are part of the DNA of professional sports. When corruption infiltrates the sport, it brings disgrace not only to the participants but damages the public trust in an institution that is vital and dear to all of us. Ortiz's lawyer, Chris Jorgalis, said in a statement that his client was innocent and has never, and would never, improperly influence a game, not for anyone and not for anything. Jorgalis said Ortiz's defense team had previously documented for prosecutors that the payments and money transfers between him and individuals in the Dominican Republic were for lawful activities. There is no credible evidence Luis knowingly did anything other than try to win games, with every pitch and in every inning. Luis looks forward to fighting these charges in court, Jorgalis said. A lawyer for Clase, Michael J. Ferrara, said his client has devoted his life to baseball and doing everything in his power to help his team win. Emmanuel is innocent of all charges and looks forward to clearing his name in court. The Major League Baseball Players Association had no comment. Unusual betting activity prompted investigation. MLB said it contacted federal law enforcement when it began investigating unusual betting activity and has fully cooperated with authorities. We are aware of the indictment and today's arrest, and our investigation is ongoing, a league statement said. In a statement, the Guardians said, we are aware of the recent law enforcement action. We will continue to fully cooperate with both law enforcement and Major League Baseball as their investigations continue. Clase and Ortiz are both charged with wire fraud conspiracy, honest services wire fraud conspiracy, money laundering conspiracy and conspiracy to influence sporting contests by bribery. The top charges carry a potential punishment of up to 20 years in prison. In one example cited in the indictment, Clase allegedly invited a bettor to a game against the Boston Red Sox in April and spoke with him by phone just before taking the mound. 4 minutes later, the indictment said, the bettor and his associates won $11,000 on a wager that Clase would toss a certain pitch slower than 97.95 miles per hour, 157.63 kilometers per hour. In May, the indictment said, Clase agreed to throw a ball at a certain point in a game against the Los Angeles Dodgers, but the batter swung, resulting in a strike, costing the bettors $4,000 in wagers. After the game, which the Guardians won, Clase sent text messages to one of the bettors with images of a man hanging himself with toilet paper and a sad puppy dog face, the indictment said. Clase, a 3-time All-Star and 2-time American League Reliever of the Year, had a $4.5 million salary in 2025, the fourth season of a $20 million, 5-year contract. The 3-time All-Save leader began providing the bettors with information about his pitches in 2023 but didn't ask for payoffs until this year, prosecutors said. The indictment cited specific pitches Clase allegedly rigged, all of them first pitches when he entered to start an inning, a 98.5 miles per hour, 158.5 kilometers per hour cutter low and inside to the New York Mets Starling Marte on May 19, 2023. An 89.4 miles per hour, 143.8 kilometers per hour slider to Minnesota's Ryan Jeffers that bounced well short of home plate on June 3, 2023. An 89.4 miles per hour, 143.8 kilometers per hour slider to Kansas City's Bobby Witt Jr. that bounced on April 12. A 99.1 miles per hour, 159.5 kilometers per hour cutter in the dirt to Philadelphia's Max Kepler on May 11. A bounced 89.1 miles per hour, 143.4 slider to Milwaukee's Jake Bauers on May 13, and a bounced 87.5 miles per hour, 140.8 kilometers per hour slider to Cincinnati's Santiago Espinal on May 17. Prosecutors said Ortiz, who had a $782,600 salary this year, got in on the scheme in June and is accused of rigging pitches in games against the Seattle Mariners and the St. Louis Cardinals. Ortiz was cited for bouncing a first pitch 86.7 miles per hour, 139.5 kilometers per hour slider to Seattle's Randy Arozarena starting the second inning on June 15 and bouncing a first pitch 86.7 miles per hour, 139.5 kilometers per hour slider to St. Louis's Pedro Pages that went to the backstop opening the third inning on June 27. Dozens of pro athletes have been charged in gambling sweeps. The charges are the latest bombshell developments in a federal crackdown on betting in professional sports. Last month, more than 30 people, including prominent basketball figures such as Portland Trail Blazers head coach and Basketball Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, were arrested in a gambling sweep that rocked the NBA. Sports betting scandals have long been a concern, but a May 2018 U.S. Supreme Court ruling led to a wave of gambling incidents involving athletes and officials. The ruling struck down a federal ban on sports betting in most states and opened the doors for online sportsbooks to take a prominent space in the sports ecosystem. Major League Baseball suspended 5 players in June 2024, including a lifetime ban for San Diego infielder Tucupita Marcano for allegedly placing 387 baseball bets with a legal sportsbook totaling more than $150,000.